Hi guys, welcome to Bridgerton Investments. I had to do this all over again. Sorry, I just recorded a video about 2 hours ago, and then I forgot to connect my audio. So let's do this again. So hi, welcome to Bridgerton Investments. So today I want to demonstrate. Today I want to show two earnings call, which I'm very much interested. One is Kotak Mahindra Bank, and it is another one is Dr. Reddy Laboratories. And I'm looking forward to Hindustan Unilever. First, I'll be uploading two videos today. Today I'll be showing our Kotak Mahindra Bank and why Dr. Reddy Laboratories. Why I'm interested. I bought some bought calls, bought Dr. Reddy's puts and calls of Kotak Mahindra Bank. So why I bought? First of all, let's talk about Dr. Reddy's laboratory. Why Dr. Reddy's laboratory would I'm predicting the price is gonna fall down. First is let's talk about micro. Uh, Micro it just shows there's a good downfall potential happening. I could get a good downfall potential. Plus, everything seems fine. Quarter to quarter, see, revenue is stagnantly increasing. Profits also is good. So why am I predicting that uh, Dr. Reddy is gonna fall? Two things here. First, I want to say this. Sorry, first I want to say this. What happened main in pharma sector today? For in pharma sector since Q1 FY26, uh, Trump is US got Trump charged about 100% tariff on Indian farmers. Why? Because India is exports one of the main what do you say main product which India exports to US is pharmaceutical. When I studied the top farmers of pharma companies which is exporting to US. The first one I found is Dr. Reddy's. Second I found is Sun Pharma. Third I found is Cipla. Why Dr. Reddy's? It holds. I'll show you. First, let's go to this. Donald Trump's 100% tariff on branded and patented drug effective Q1 FY25 will create a moderate headwinds for the Dr. Reddy's FY26 earnings call, but not a full-blown hit to profitability. The immediate impact is limited. Trump's tariff policy targets imported branded and patented pharmaceutical while excluding 85 to 90% of Indian generics are exported to the US. However, Dr. Dollar, this is what is important. Dr. Reddy has 47% of total revenue exposure to US. So it looks like most of his revenue is going to uh, hit is coming from US, and Trump is stagnant that he doesn't want to US to use he wants it to use his own pharma products, not India's, because India pharma is a main industry. That is why I bought I invested in the spot price of Merck and Pharma, because I believe Merck and Pharma will grow in the long term. Okay, so that's why I bought. But here, let's talk about why Dr. Reddy's is okay. This is not about Merck and Pharma at all. Analysts warn that general exports are considered currently protected. Specialty drugs and branded generics, a growing part of US ready portfolio, may see squeezed profit margins due to import costs and potential product repricing. Products manufactured domestically in the US, such as Zobonox, provide limited protection since they form less than 15% of US sales contribution. So whatever product they're developing it in US, it's not that much sales it produces. But what is being exported to most, that is what a major contributor to the revenue and profit is. And profitability will decrease. Dr. Reddy Laboratory is one of the biggest pharma companies in India. Since that will affect this profitability will affect, it's a machine. I don't want to bet on this company for long term. This company will do exceptionally well in the long term. Okay, so it will announce its result on to October 24th. So, about Friday, I believe, with an investor call the same evening, analysts experts say 8 on year to year annual revenue growth to 87 billion and 11% net profit increase to around 13 billion. I don't understand why Indian analysts are so obsessive about year to year growth. Well, that is what Reliance did in the previous earnings call. And you're comparing quarter to quarter. Why are you sticking to year to year? Year to year, you're supposed to do in start of the financial year, not in the between quarter. You should compare quarter to quarter. Okay, now I asked, but I bought predicting the predict, but I'm predicting profitability is decrease, so I bought cheap board. So I asked Perplexity that your bearish expectation on Dr. Reddy's FY26 appears well grounded. Most brokerage forecast margin compression and weaker segment performance, implying downside potential if earnings fall below consequence, which supports your short thesis via put option. Analysts from Kotak Mahindra, HDFC, Nuvama forecast a decline in gross margin by 275 to 390 basis point year to year, up or down to approximately 67 to 66%. EBITDA margin falling up to 190 basis point to roughly 25 for FIQ to FI26 is mainly driven by weaker price erosion in Revlimid generic and other major molecules. Weak price-based business which remains flat or barely positive quarter to quarter. High cost from API volatility and early tariff uncertainties that deterred shipments. So this is what mainly I bought puts is because uh, you know uh, tariff. Yeah, I want to show this 100% tariff on branded drugs has introduced supply side friction and investors cautious, while generic are normally exempt. Uncertainty over complex generic and specialty formulation are segment where Dr. Reddy has built exposure at short term risk to US margin. No, why the main reason why I bought puts is because this quarter tariff is going to play a very crucial role on any Indian products which are especially blue chip who export their product to United States and other countries. That's going to play. And guess what? India is one of the leaders. I think agriculture or pharmaceutical. I'm not sure. Pharmaceutical is the one which is the largest exporter to US, and that's with Trump levying 100% charge on pharmaceutical, profitability will come down, right? Since majority of the money is going to the US government. So I expect, and Dr. Reddy's is key player, one of the biggest exporter to US. I think 50% of its revenue, it's not 47%, it's actually 60% of its revenue comes from the US. So this is going to play it is going to play a crucial role uh, in this quarter. Profitability will reduce. So many analysts predicting. They expect EBITDA to be reduced. Even profit margin will reduce. This is a new way how Wall Street analysts uh, means evaluate. They calculate the EBITDA margin and the profit margin. That is what matters. So I took, why not take a bet and uh, why not take a bet and buy Dr. Reddy put because of how Trump's tariff play is coming into the US. Why? Because one is tariff is playing a crucial role in this quarter, with especially with pharmaceutical product. US export majority of their India export majority of their pharma products to US, and Dr. Reddy accommodates about 60% of its pharmaceutical exports. 60% of the revenue comes from the US, so it is going to play a usual role. And second thing is, I bought. I'll show you. I bought. I'll go back 1 second, and I bought Kotak Mahindra Bank call. First of all, this has no graph or anything. I just bought cheap calls. This is the only cheap call I bought. That is how I buy options. Options and FNO are extremely risky. I just use FNO for hedging. And also want to make little bit of be little bit speculative also. I'm That's how Wall Street does. I don't have big satellites to study the markets and everything. I do based on the I study the industry, then I go study the company, what company uh, does. So why I bought Kotak Mahindra Bank calls. uh, I asked question to Perplexity. Is it true Kotak Mahindra banks is mostly catered to a private banking? I asked this question why. What you see compared to other banks in India? Indian is mostly obsessive over the retail side. But one thing I noticed with the Kotak Mahindra Bank, what is it? Private banking. It mostly cater to HNIs, UHNIs, and entrepreneurs. Uh, so it accommodates about 60% of its revenue. Its segment is from its private banking. Kotak Mahindra is a major player in private banking in India, but not only mostly cooperative to catering to only private banking. This bank just serves a broad customer base, including retail, corporate, and wealth segment. It is private banking division known as Kotak Private. Kotak Private especially targets high. Read this. Its private banking division, such as Kotak Private, especially targets ultra high net individuals and high net individuals, okay, including entrepreneurs, business, family, and profession. Kotak's private banking provides end-to-end banking and investment service and manage assets worth of trillions of rupees with a strong foothold in India's wealth market. Kotak Mahindra's private banking has significant sales. 60% of India's top 100 wealthy family managing assets worth 8.8 trillion approximately as of 2024. you know so that is why I interested in Kotak Mahindra's call. But let's if you look at Kotak Mahindra bank's if you look at Kotak Mahindra bank, stock price has exploded. Stock price is crashing a bit. This is not like an ordinary bank. This is a very different kind of bank which I noticed with Kotak Mahindra bank. It is rising a bit, but it's rising a very huge. It's like one of the good banks in India. It's a different kind of banks, as it mostly caters to HNIs, and 60% of its share is with private banking. Why? So why this is one of the factors why I bought calls. There's another factor, rise of I studied the here I went back. I just wanted to know how much of its revenue comes from private banking. So this time I went company to industry. As per Forbes, SIS, rise of HNI in India in FY 2026 Q2. As per Forbes, I just want numbers. As per Forbes' recent reports in Q2 FY 26, high number of HNIs in India is witnessing strong growth driven by the company's economic boom, startup ecosystem, and increasing wealth creation. India's notable HNI population is projected to double more than by 2027, with an with a CAGR of around 14 to 15%. The current stage is also characterized by increased wealth among HNI, with ultra HNI's individual segment to grow from 85,698 in 2024 to approximately 93,735 by 2025. The wealth management firm forecast over 20% annual growth over the next year, fueled by FI uh, HNA. Though numbers are not, they didn't mention, they did mention it, but you guys know, list every year, lot of billionaires get added to lot of billionaires uh, get added to Kotak Mahindra Bank. Sorry, a lot of billionaires every year. There's an increase of billionaires entering Forbes list. Recently, we saw Shah Rukh Khan entering a lot of billionaires. Last year we got a lot of Indians entering the billionaires list. Similarly, every year we could see a uh, rise of this one. So what do you call HNS? So I taking a bet. I want to buy spot as well. I wanted to buy spot as well, but I don't want to buy it at this exponential. I would be aiming for around this level if I want to buy spot. So I would be aiming for this level as spot, so I can then I would around this level if I want to buy more spots of the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Yeah, but what I just discussed was for the long term. What about the short term? I can show you that. I can show you that. Even though it's not ready, but I'm 100% confident in it. How many HNI was added in Forbes list in India FY 24 to 25? Sorry, sorry, mind the spelling. India. Forbes added three billionaires to the Indian list for the forecast. Uh, Sorry, this I wanted to see F1. Uh, da- 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 yeah, this is what I wanted to show. India's total of 91 billionaires, and just 91 billionaires. And I know, as per the fact, that there are a lot of Indians getting added to Forbes list every year. Recently we had Shah Rukh Khan, and a lot of HNIs were added because of India's startup ecosystem. It's the third largest startup ecosystem, and a lot of entrepreneurs, Indian markets are Indian startup ecosystem is creating. This is just a bet. I don't know how much of this HNIs are willing switching towards private banking with Kotak Mahindra Bank. So, but Kotak Mahindra Bank is also rising. So, why not take a speculative bet? Calculated bet. Calculated. I like to call it calculated gambling and buy calls. Since a lot of Swadeshi movement is going around with India. So why not? Why wouldn't our HNIs entrepreneurs switch to private banking with Kotak Mahindra Bank? So I think that is what would be the wise thing to do. So I thought it was wise to buy Kotak calls. You know, Kotak calls. If it breaks the good produces good earnings, this would grow. Okay, so yeah, that's why I bought. Second thing is I bought. I'm still holding to the Reliance puts and Nifty puts because Reliance hold over 64 always a good amount of market share in Nifty. If Nifty crashes, Reliance also follows. If Reliance crashes, Nifty also follows. So if you, I can if it's I can show you its revenue. Revenue has reduced stagnant, but profits has also reduced. That's the reason why I'm holding, because O2C is one of the main sectors of Reliance. It accommodates, I think 63% of its revenue comes from their O2C segment. If that crashes, if that doesn't produce good result, and it did not produce a great result. So it would crush entirety of Reliance. So you could see the profit has reduced a lot because of Trump's tariff. Trump's tariff. Trump doesn't like India buying from Russia, refining it and selling it to other countries. So that is what he levied a huge tariff on this. So thank you for watching the video. Like the video and subscribe it. I'll see you in the next video.